Hello and welcome everyone, I'm C.S.Gilmore and this is No Man's Sky. So this game has actually been out for a long time. I think it's like 9 years old now, but when it first came out, it had a lot of negative reviews. It was not great because it had an issue of, it had goals of having a whole ton of content, doing all this stuff, and when it first released, it fell flat. Didn't meet expectations, there was misunderstandings. But Hello Games, the people who made it, rather than like most companies would, of, oh well, the game was a flop, chuck it in the bin and move on to something new, instead, Hello Games proceeded to make it up to their community over these past 9 years by pumping out free DLC after free DLC after free DLC after free DLC, and adding content after content after content to this game. Partly because I think for them as developers, this was a work of love. Every time I've seen notes from it, it always sounds like they're doing this because this is what they love. And now this game is huge. It's gone from, okay, good, you can travel from world to world and solar system to solar system, and you see some new stuff here and there, and each world has its own unique biosphere a bit, to, no, really, some of these planets have some crazy stuff. Some of them are super unique, some of them are also super dangerous. By the way, you can also do all this stuff with freighters, you can also do all this stuff with ship design, you can do stuff with abandoned, possibly haunted freighters type deal. You can do, man, there's so many other things. There's ancient ruins, there's underwater stuff, there's, now I believe I think since the last time I played, which has been a while, I think they've even added like mechs you can dig up, something about sandworms, like dune sandworms type deal on some planets, and the most recent edition I believe has been, no, well, there was another edition. They added settlements. I remember that, but I think they've improved on that since then. And yeah, the most recent edition was they added corvettes, which is, so normally you have a little single-person ship, which you fly around everywhere, and you can get in and out of all that. And then you could get a freighter, which you could use kind of as like a space base type deal. There was the Traveler's Station, which could help you move around as well, and worked as a kind of a nexus for players, because you could play this. You can play with other people, both invited friends or even just straight up multiplayer, like anyone you run into in the universe, which is still pretty unlikely depending on where you're going, because the universe is insanely huge. I doubt the players have discovered the entire universe yet. The type of huge. Yeah, it's insane. As for me, I have disabled the multiplayer, so we shouldn't be seeing anyone else, because I haven't invited anyone else to play with me. I don't even know if any of my friends that do play. And yeah, so I disabled that, so I wouldn't run into anyone at all. No worries about people coming in and doing anything to my base. Actually, I don't know if they can do anything to your base. I'm not quite sure to what extent the multiplayer functions in certain regards. But anyway, that way we aren't stepping on anyone's toes and they aren't stepping on ours, potentially, and all that. But once again, you can play with friends. And the Corvette upgrade that they recently added lets you make a ship that's kind of it's smaller than a freighter, but it's bigger than your single pod ship. And so you can actually have multiple people in one ship traveling and flying around. And you can customize the Corvette to be all sorts of things, is my understanding. I have no idea how that works. I hope we get to discover that eventually. But I wanted to talk about that because it went from a game that fell flat on launch to, over these past 9 years, it has been a work of love and insane, like, respect to the team that put this game together for sticking with it and making it into something awesome. Because even, like, when I've played in the past with, like, some of the DLCs I've had, it's added so much. There is so much here. I don't expect to touch anywhere close to all of this. I should probably delete my old saves here. I forgot these are even on here. Yes, I wish to delete my old saves. I want to start fresh and not have confusing areas combining them. They also tend to do, like, special community event missions. So yeah, like here right now, there's this expedition. 5 weeks remaining. That's like just a big community event thing, which focuses on the new corvettes. There's survival challenge, more hazards, smaller inventory, increased costs. There is custom, where from gentle to permadeath, total control over your experience. I've already set up like some of my settings, so like my voice settings for my character, all that. Creative, explore and create freely, no cost, no damage, no limits. So if you just want to relax and have a fun time, you can do that. Streamlined experience, fewer systems to manage, lower costs, with relaxed and normal, and an infinite journey. Explore and survive in a boundless universe. And so we're going to do normal, I believe. I don't feel like dealing like with the extra challenges of survival. More hazards, smaller inventory, increased cost. Yeah, it would, like, there's going to be enough working on things as is. We're just going to do normal. Normal experience, not going to take it easy, but not going to grind it out more than it already needs to be. And like I said, I'm not going to be exploring probably even half of the content of this game because there is so much in this game, I don't think I can. Alright, hopefully we don't have any issues with it running. It's been a while, and I do recall, especially on first startup, sometimes this loading screen had some issues occasionally. Might take a bit with the loading. Oh, no, we're good. Excellent. I think that was my computer that had trouble with it. No Man's Sky. This one has weird issues.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Atlas systems.
Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online.
This is interesting looking. Alright, sorry for the quick cut there, by the way, everyone. My sound was being glitchy. I thought I had fixed my initial startup issues with the game, or sound effects. But my antivirus apparently wanted to be a little touchy.
Initialization sequence complete.
But alright, we're starting up. Weather sweltering, low security, good. Alright. We are not in great shape. Looks like there was a crash or something. Warning, hazardous heat levels detected. Yeah, I noticed. Environment, hostile, performance scan, find sodium. Scanner critically damaged. Alright, I need to find ferrite dust. Looks like I can get from whatever this is. Alright. So yeah, my initial startup attempt with once it started actually loading the game itself up, had a moment there, was having some sound issues due to the whole how to explain it. Was having some sound issues due to my antivirus wanting to be extra touchy about it, like it seems to like to do with any time I start a new game. And I thought I'd already fixed it before starting the recordings, but apparently I hadn't, and yeah.
Repaired. Technology repaired.
Now it should be working, so yeah, now we shouldn't have any weird audio cutouts while we're going, and yeah. Okay, I need to find some sodium. There's some sodium over there. I need... oh, there's some right there too. Hello, critter. Alright, let's grab some more of that real quick. So far, so good. Unidentified plant. Let's get some carbon. Alright. So, this is basically a normal startup for No Man's Sky. They always throw you into a planet where you're under hostile conditions
Recharged.
and have to get moving to fix things up and run through the tutorial, basically. Okay.
Starship signal detected.
That way. Okay, we need to go that way. We can do that. Scan again. I want that sodium just because I'm going to need to recharge my systems for my suit more than once on my way over there, probably. Navigation basics. So yeah, there's tons and tons and tons of stuff you can read in this game, and so many things. It can be a little steep on the learning curve sometimes, just because there is so much content to explore and ways to do things. Yep. And if you accidentally forget one of the instructions they gave you, like how to craft a thing, or something like that, you can quickly get into a tough spot, just because it's so easy to go, whoops, I forgot a thing, or didn't remember how they told me to do a thing. Alright, let's grab this stuff. I'm probably going to need it later. Alright. So yeah, a lot of the basic resources you get from, well, zapping things with your mining laser. We've got to go to that stick. We're just going to grab stuff on the way because I know I'm going to need more resources to do other steps. This place is cool. Also, all sorts of creatures. Eventually we'll get a scanner so we can actually scan all these plants and creatures and get more info, junk like that. It's interesting. Is that C+? C+, the programming language. No, wait. That's not right. Condensed carbon. Alright, I'll take that. These. Fireberry. I'll harvest that, sure. Guess it's one of those items that only grows on these weird, fiery planets. So glad we have a jetpack. Makes being around a lot easier. Look at this place, though. This is so cool. And before I did the reset, it had started us initially on a different planet, which also looked really cool. Definitely probably more of either a poison or a cold planet. It looks like we're on a hot planet. Mining beam. Alright. Starship. We haven't got to that yet. Mining tool. This needs to get charged. Let's do some of that.
Technology recharged.
You have to charge all your stuff, so it's important to have some resources around, just because, yeah, if your environmental protection system runs out, you're toast. If if your laser runs out, you're probably going to be in trouble getting the resources you need to not be toast. And so on and so forth. There is so much in this game that you can do, and you also gotta watch out for hazardous things. Like this here is something that will try to bite me if I get too close to it. Give me some of that oxygen. Sweet, sweet oxygen. Yeah. There we go. This is a very mountainous planet. At least this region of it seems to be. Now you may notice down in the bottom left there we've got Dice Sigma, that's where we're at. We've got the temperature, rad, toxicity levels. Above that we have that the heart symbol, which is our like overall health, and that kind of just goes down as our suit's integrity gets worn out. But we can repair that, don't worry. And then there's our, of course, our shielding. So, yeah. And our jetpack needs a little bit of time to recharge. Okay, we gotta go. Like, because it seems like we keep going around it and not getting quite where we need to be. Oh, that looks promising. Now, if I recall correctly, one of my biggest enemies in this game is my inventory space, which, thankfully, you can regain. Oh yeah, the heat warnings. Yeah. So as you're mining, if you just are continuously mining, your mining laser and gun, which basically your multi-tool serves as everything, will start heating up. And as it heats up a bit, it becomes a bit more effective as it's almost gone overheat. Like, you see how much faster it's going? But then if it overheats, it stops functioning for a bit and you have to recharge. Like, you have to let it cool down before you can use it again. So it's a funny little risk-reward type deal there of, yes, I want to get more stuff, but I also don't want my system to overload and leave me unable to do it for a while. It doesn't take super long to recharge and recool, but it's enough that it's annoying. Have to do it.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. There's our ship. Let's search these. Sodium. Good stuff. Damaged container. Transfer to... I'll just put it in my starship, since it's close enough to be in inventory space. And carbon. Nice. I don't have an Atlas pass. I don't even know how to get those. That's one of those things I don't actually know. You can just destroy the blockage, but yeah, you can also keep it. I'm going to keep everything right now, because by keeping all this stuff, I can use it or sell it later. Alright, this is what we need to interact with. Hello, Stout? Oh yeah, even though I'm not playing multiplayer, there are NPCs galore. So, stuff's always flying around. Even if you won't necessarily see other people. Alright, I can't do anything with that right now. I'm just gonna patch this up. I'm gonna patch this up.
Technology recharged.
There. I mean, I don't have to worry about it while we're talking. With this thing. Iteration. Scenario iteration. Deleted boundary separation failure. Likely. Vestal 16 emptied. Cause. Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis. Fresh iteration generated. Anomaly containment prepared. Broadcast? Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. So yeah, we're an anomaly. Which is why it's how they can explain, like, you can interact with other players and everything. It's just your other iterations of each other, essentially, over a kind of a multiverse setup. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Or at least that's how I remember it being. Could be slightly wrong. Alright, investigate the crashed ship. Ooh, hold on a second. I saw a thing. What was that? Yeah, there's a thing there. Buried technology module. That's cool. I don't have a thing to dig with right now. I need to get the digging tool before I can even get to that. Alright, let's check our ship. Iteration. Online. I wonder if this number changes from person to person or if it's always the same. I actually don't know. Atlas connection. Intermittent. Launch thrusters. Offline. Pulse engine. Offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Let's read log. Log. Unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols. Initiated. Pulse engine critically damaged. Oh yay, we need a new hermetic seal and we need metal plating. Provide space atmospheric flight propulsion. System is highly damaged and requires metal plating and hermetic seal to repair. Alright, I can exit the ship. Though ducking into the ship is great if I need to recover from anything. Recommendation: repair ship engines. Repairing the starship requires a mix of crafted products, salvaged items, and advanced refined substances. Repair pulse engine. Metal plating. Alright, I had the ferrite dust for it, thanks to my normal hoarding of things. Alright, let's go in here and just click the blank space. Metal plating. Done. Then we can just plop that in there. Alright, so that's done.
Thermal protection falling.
Iteration, yep, functional. Starship critically damaged, vital ingredients missing. Unable to synthesize required components. Pulse engine requires hermetic seal. Request assistance. Recommendation. Iteration comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cat. Alright. So search the crash site for supplies. And repair the starship. Yep. Let's get out of here. We go back to this thing, I believe. I peer inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. Take planetary chart. Finding buildings. Yay, good, good. Open the tab to view data. Planetary chart. Convert data to exosuit navigation. So yeah, we can press E, and press and hold E, and it gives me some info. And these planets are not small planets, by the way. I should add, like, there's some of the planets are bigger than others, some are smaller, but like the planets are not tiny little things. That was loud.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah, the planets are not tiny little things. Like these planets each have regions and all sorts of things on them that we can interact with and do things on. Different planets will have different resources and different hazards and different creatures and all sorts of things that you can deal with. So there is so much to explore in this game. It is ridiculous. Gotta go over another mountain, it looks like. That's gonna be all sorts of fun. Alright, well, let's go down this way, I guess. Gotta go down in order to go up, probably, given our current setup. And we can customize our suit and change appearances in a bit. Once we... I think we have to get up to a space station or something. There should be a spot to do that. So you can always customize your guy to eventually be exactly how you want it.
Incoming storm.
Oh, good. That's going to be bad for my health. But I believe that is part of the scripted events for this world's design. Hello. You look interesting. Can I do anything with you? Solar Vine. I need a hazmat gauntlet to harvest the selenium from. Okay. Got it. Learned. Moving on. Hello, glowy bit. And there's something else over there, too. I really need to get my scanner. Because that'll give me so many more options for things. Yeah. Stamina needs to recharge. Alright, we're in a storm, which means basically our environmental suits are going to be working overtime and all that stuff. Because, gee, you're in a firestorm in this planet, apparently. Oh, hello, I want you, please. more fire berries for the collection. I can sell those later. What is... Okay, that's a gold deposit of some sort, I think. And... Well, I wish I could see better in the storm. Where did that one pillar go? There was a... Yes, there you go. Memory of the Viking. Eolish, may. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. I see two large aliens locked in combat. Eventually, one triumphs, leaving their victim to bleed to death. With the last of their strength, the vanquished alien gestures towards me. Accept knowledge. The name Viking floats in my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. So these are knowledge stones where we can learn the various alien languages. Different planets and different sectors will have different alien primary languages. And there's several different alien races. I know there's at least 3, and I'm pretty sure there's now... there used to be 3, and I'm pretty sure there are now a considerable number.
Recharged.
Maybe not. Well, maybe not a considerable number, but I believe there's at least a couple more added since... Oh, I need you. Thank you. Sodium for me. Yes, please. Where's my target? I'll take more oxygen, too, to repair my overall health. Thank you. Oh, good. I am glad for that. Seek shelter in caves or buildings. Yeah, that's one of the cool things. You can actually take shelter from the storm. If you find a cave, or make a cave, you can literally just duck in out of the weather. Hello, critters. I could offer you food, but I don't have 8 creature pellets to offer you food. And I don't feel like collecting pets right now. That's not really on my list of things to do. Right, I need to let my... What's my stamina? Oh, okay, it wasn't... My stamina was down, I was on a surface that was too steep to run. Alright, we need to go up here. Gotta get over this mountain. Here's someone to the ship flying around. Right, means there's a starport around here somewhere. Well, they're flying low. Or, actually, no, maybe they're not. Maybe I'm just flying. I'm walking high. Unidentified mineral. Ferrite dust. Alright. Well, I'll take more ferrite dust. I know I'm going to use a buttload of these standard materials. We will use buttloads of this stuff over time. And like that knowledge stone we found and used, I kind of found that one primarily through visual, but later on we'll get a scanner that'll make it immensely easy to find that sort of thing, or a lot easier at least. Oh, this is a cave. Well, there's my target, but let's take a little duck in here just because... Oh, poison things. Okay, hazardous flora. Let's kill that. I don't feel like getting murdered by hostile foe. With gas. There's a lot of hostile stuff here. So as you can see, my systems are automatically recharging a bit because I got in out of the storm and out of the hostile weather of the surface. So now we're in an area where it's much safer, and it's just going, yeah, okay, our systems can recover just down here, just the same as if I had ducked into cover. I'm surprised I can't harvest these. You know what? We're just going to leave that annoying plant there. Cave marrow. That is something I can harvest. Unidentified mineral. Advanced laser mining laser required. Okay, I can't even harvest some of this stuff because it is requiring special lasers. This I can. Kobolds. Alright, I'm going to want kobolds for later almost currently, so we'll grab a bunch of that while we're here. Silver. Didn't expect that. Might be useful. Over here, as you can see, it quickly recovered. I think they've changed it up so that it recovers a lot faster. Because I don't recall it being quite that fast, but I wonder if they changed it up just due to people's feedback of going, Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Alright, let's grab some of this. Yeah, I guess I harvest it like this. Yeah, marrow ball. Okay, let's grab some of that. I think that's another resource. I'll need it eventually for something, but most likely what I'll end up using it for is actually just sell for now. Unidentified mineral, cobalt. And yeah, because we're digging up some stuff, we're getting geodes too. Which, if I remember, it can either be sold or you can open them up for reasons. Okay, how's my so as you can see, my inventory looks a little weird. There's some weird gaps in it, and my exosuit has some interesting holes. Starship has some interesting spots. The tool has some interesting spots, but not a whole lot. And that's because, well, we're going to need to do some work, and eventually you can actually sell your like multi-tool and buy a new one. So it's always a pain when I do that, because then I have to rebuild a bunch of the modules usually, unless the new one comes with them. So there's a lot of give and take on reasons to do things or not do things. Okay, I expected this cave to actually have an exit other than the ceiling. Guess we're going back up to get up. I really hope that my jetpack is up to be a pain. There we go. Don't want to strand myself. Ooh, we got some cool stuff here. Hello. Hello, archive. Alright, I'll take that for later selling, probably. Accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs corrupted. Entry follows. No one making this record in case. Leaving behind in the fabric might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Recovers supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal I need to repair my ship. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in the same situation as I do. What else do we have here? Anything good? Restore shield. Shield at maximum. Okay, that's just a nice little restoration point if I needed it. What's up with this thing? Looks like I can do anything with it. Interesting. Don't see anything there I can do. What's in here? Hollow archive. Accessing archive. 6 out of 7 logs corrupted. Entry follows. No one making this recording in case leaving behind in the fabric there might be of some use. Visor damage. Can't find ship. Okay. Fishes in the machine worse life spitting out supplies. I wonder if that was a glitch that I got in 2 places there, or what. Whoever it was that led me here, whoever left this message, perhaps they found themselves in some situation. Yeah. Not gonna complain. I know I'm gonna need more encryption data. Nice. Nanites, I believe, are currency. I can sit here, share. Let me check my inventory now. Yep, I got 2 hermetic seals. Excellent. Yeah, I know I'm going to need more of them, so I'm not going to complain about finding an extra one. Alright. Use analysis visor. Locate ship. Wait, do we already have the analysis visor? No, we have to repair it. Okay. The analysis visor is a planetary exploration device that locates and highlights nearby points of interest. It can also be used to analyze flora, fauna, and minerals. Analysis results in commercially valuable data as well as revealing additional resources. Alright. Begin analysis visor installation. Give me a second. I'm going to go back in here so I don't have to worry about my stats while I do this. Ah, hiccups. Okay. Click on this. Analysis visor.
Technology installed.
Insert to continue assembly. I need carbon nanotubes. Alright. Believe to make carbon nanotubes, I can go here, and I needed carbon. Big surprise for carbon nanotubes. Who would have guessed? Alright. Made that, and it's done. Analysis visor installed. Analysis object for rewards. So F. Oh, hold it. Okay. Yeah, okay, I remember this. So yeah, once again, cobalt deposit, that's what it was. That's a feature over there. I have to get closer to analyze it. Damaged machinery. I already did something with that one, so that one doesn't matter so much. Heptaploid wheat. Resources of all sorts. Okay, I do have to click to scan. Alright. New discovery. So yeah, scanning is a good way to get a lot of your initial funding by discovering plants and wildlife on a planet, and then you go and report it at I think, a space station. There's all sorts of things like that. You can't scan more than one of a thing, so it's nice that way. It's like, yeah, no, you already scanned this, you're done. Okay. Analyze objects for rewards. Locate my ship. Yeah. Okay, how many objects does it want me to see?
Units received.
Your starship is that way. So, yeah, that's a good way to go. Where did I park my ship? There, I'll be able to do other things later, of course, too. Locate your ship. Yep, I already did. And I think I can... Can I... Press E to place a custom marker. Alright, I think it was because I... Is there another way to do this? Press E to tag. Okay, yeah. So you can tag stuff in the visor to be like, oh yeah, mark that so I can find it again without having to go into my visor. So like, what's a good example? Phosphorus deposit. That won't do me any good right now. Buried technology. Don't have the digger tool yet. I'll make the digger tool eventually, but I... Oh, good, this planet has standards. Well, that's fun. I'm gonna have to watch out for that, because that could murder me. I bet real well. I bet that could really murder me. These won't be coming my way. Thank you, Mr. Sandworm. As much as I'd love to scan you, I don't want to get in your way and become part of the food chain. I'm so happy that we got to see a sandworm right off. Health restorative. Alright, so yeah, let me just tag that. And yeah, so I can see it right there and go, alright, well, I'll go to that. And all damage is a thing. Gotta be careful. Ooh. Oh, this looks like some nice resources. And health restorative. So student maximum health. Hydrogen jelly. I know I'm going to need that later. For a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, am I remembering this wrong? Okay, so the heart was suit integrity, the fire was our elemental resistance, and then up in the top left was actually our health. It doesn't show up very often, but yeah, we could take several hits once our suit integrity goes down to nothing. That's how that works. Okay, sorry, misremembering a few of the details. It has been a long time since I played. Got here. Anything good? Carbon. Another thing I need. Atlas passed open. That's for much later in the game, I guess. I feel. I think that's. Is that the one we used, or is that a new? Very tech. Upper deposit.
Thermal protection falling.
The fact that that's not coming up on my radar at all, I think means that's the one we used earlier. Kind of fits, but I'm going to be double sure. Yeah, it was right near a copper deposit. Trade manipulator required for that. Yep, this one is used. Okay, so this is where we've been. Copper deposit. I just don't want... Now, I could, of course, make that element for my gun right now, probably, but I don't want to risk... I don't know how touchy their tutorial is, and I don't want to risk breaking it. I don't think it's that touchy after all these years of being refined and worked on, but I just, better safe than sorry. I've had so many games I've played before where you did something out of order and now you have to do it again, otherwise the tutorial will never let you alone type deal, and like, well, I might as well just wait for the tutorial to do it. Oh, that's right, I can scan this. So now we've scanned it, and now we know we can get pure frigate and carbon from this, but we need an advanced laser. Carbon. And some planets there will be things called sentinels, which are basically robots that tend to get angry if you harvest rare resources in the jungle. You have to be careful not to anger them, because they will just come and overwhelm you and murder you, because, why not? Angry robots be what they are. Hello! Ooh, you paid me nice.
Thermal protection falling.
I know. Let me go and fix it. I need to recharge my laser anyway. I feel like there was another way to do this, and I don't quite remember.
Technology.
There's probably a quick button for it. Let me double check. I feel like there was a quick button to get into some of this. Remap controls. I don't really want to remap them. I just want to remember what does what. Okay. Interact. Secondary interaction fire. Secondary action. Jump. Okay. Weapon mode. Switch weapon mode with G. Reload weapon with R. That might have been what I was thinking. Melee with Q. I don't know of any instances where I really want to melee something. Analysis visor. Perform scan with C. Yeah. Exocraft. Skip. Activate torch with T, though I've got it set so it just auto does it if I get in the dark. Pick up technology. Discoveries. Inventories. Manipulate terrain. Decrease terrain beam size RT. Remember that. Hold space, toggle. I might be forgetting something. As far as these go, perform scan, target survey, on foot. Exit, previous survey. Build menu with Z. We'll deal with that later once it gets around to that part of the tutorialing. Melee attack. Yeah, I don't recall if there was a quick reticle situation for repairing my stuff. Switch weapon mode was G. Oh wait, weapon mode wasn't for that. It was for reload weapon is R. Oh wait, no, yeah. Reloading my weapon was I don't have a weapon right now. I have a mining laser attachment. I don't have a weapon attachment yet. I forgot there was actually guns with bullets, and so R for reload would be for reloading those. I still think there was an easier way to do it, and I can't remember what that was. UIP. Goes to options, discoveries. I do like this. It tells me 3 discovered fauna, 3 discovered minerals, 2 out of 7 fauna on the planet has been discovered. Dominant life form Viking. Conflict level perilous. Don't know what that means exactly. Economy, metal processing, booming. That probably has to do with if I do anything with settlements in the area. So yeah, sorry. Bit of information overload. Welcome to No Man's Sky. There is a ton. But it's great. It's good. Pretty sky. This planet. Hello, critter. Where is scan one of you ahead? Alright, we are back here. Jump on in. Back to pulse engine. Hermetic seal. Pulse engine. Repaired. Yay! I need to charge it with tritium or pyrite. If I remember right, that's stuff we get from meteors in space. Now let's see, can I... Yeah, I can quick transfer to my starship with that. What else do I want to quick transfer? Just quick transfer that. That. We'll work with that. Launch thrusters critically damaged. I need pure ferrite. System is highly damaged. Pure ferrite. I already have one of the dehydrogen jellies. Construct a portable refiner to process pure ferrite. Alright, so this is where I need to go and go into my crafting. Yeah, I could make dehydrogen jelly if I wanted more, which I will eventually, but right now we're just going to pop that in. Then to make this, I need to go... Alright, press tab to access your inventory. Yeah, this isn't a building construction, this is a thing I can get from here. Make that. Then, if I go to... Does this work? Okay, I need that. Advanced metals require pure ferrite. Deploy the portable refiner. Okay, so it is something I just built, like a constructible thing. I just need to make the metal plating first. Alright, so let's put that there. Yay, portable refiner! So you can pick it up and carry it with you as an item, which is nice. Yeah, we've got plenty of fuel. Then, and I need to put in ferrite. Where's ferrite? Ferrite dust. I need more pure ferrite. You don't have to put everything in if you don't want to, but I need 50 of them. And might as well just convert most of this into it right now. I'll need it for other things later, I'm certain. Alright, I'll keep a little bit of this just because I don't want to run out in case I need it for something. Alright, launch thrusters, pure ferrite. Right, good. Alright, let's pick you up. Alright, that's in my inventory now. All systems functional, return to your ship. Seek answers among the stars. Use W to take off. Alright, W to go faster. All systems functional. Alright, I love the little indicator. Looks like there's a... View to the galaxy, you discovered this. Cool. Looks like there might be a... Is this on my map? I'm not sure. What's all where? Orbital flight achieved. Test starship systems. Test flight controls and thrusters. Test boost by holding left shift. Hold space to test pulse. That's basically my move a bit faster between locations. Okay. Answer the communication by pressing X. And Alright. X and then click. Click mouse button. Okay, figured it out. Incoming transmission. Source. That's one of the ones I'm gonna have trouble remembering controls for problem. Please identify yourself. Identify. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast sends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set of planetary coordinates. Input coordination data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Towards coordinate marked and engage pulse drive with space. Alright. Final. Alright. Just do a pulse here. Scan. Alright, that is a icebound planet. Frost crystal, copper, dioxide, sodium. Nice. While we're up here, let's just do a quick. Let's figure out all the planets. Looking like copper, pyrite, sodium, erupting planet. Well, that seems hazardous. Rattling planet? Copper, gold, sodium. I have no idea what that means. What rattling it means? Does it mean rat creatures? Or does it mean like it's full of scrap and rattles around? Blighted planet. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. Remember, right? You can harvest these by just eating them. Closer. If I remember right, yeah, you used to. That's how you harvest stuff. It's gonna give me silver. I have to watch out for heat warnings on my guns as well on the ship. Alright. Anything else? There's a lot of planets in this initial solar system. Wow. Desert planet. Salvageable scrap. Okay, I think that's something I need if I want to make a Corvette, but I'm not even ready to try touching that yet. We're still getting back into the basics. And fiery planet, selenium, copper, phosphorus, copper. Cool. Well, for now, let's lock onto our target and pulse drive. There we go. I love how it gives you arrival times, and yeah, you can see, okay, if I use the pulse drive, it goes considerably faster. Find the signal source. Pulse drives will autopilot the coordinated markers. Great. And auto dropping me out of the pulse. Follow the coordinates and find the signal source. Approach the site and slow down with S. Land with E. Oh, good. Atmospheric re-entry. Let's not crash. It is very easy to crash in this game sometimes, if I remember right, so you do have to be careful. But you can also move pretty slow around here if you need to. Destination. Alright, where do I want to land? Let's land here. That should give me a good spot. Initiating land. External temperature. Negative 75.5 Celsius. In other words, it is super cold. Hold W to take off. Press E to exit. Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of people that just warped in, it looks like. NPCs, of course, since I'm playing offline. But still. Unidentified plant. Hello, weird plant. Target sweep. Target aligned. Press E. Deploy beacon marker. Follow the directions indicated to follow the signals and find the signal source. Signal is still distant. Return to the ship.
Thermal protection. Falling.
Goodbye. Press the coordinates to find the signal source. Yeah, okay. Sweep from the analysis visor. Alright, let's go back to a normal analysis visor because I want to figure out what this is. Subterranean relic.
Units received. Units received.
Ooh, that's a funny looking one. Floating crystal. Buried technology module. Well, that's a ways away. I'm not going to deal with that right now. Oxide, sodium. Lots of interesting things. Damaged machinery. Buried technology module. Angry plant life. Target aligned. So yeah, somewhere in that direction is where I need to go. Great. Carbon and oxygen. Good. Hey, there's one of those. Come on, line up. Come on. I already scanned it? What is up with this? I guess I already scanned it. Okay. Thought I had it, but no matter. Does what it does. Right, dust and sodium. Okay. It says follow the coordinates. Get back in mission. Approach the site and slow down. Yeah, I already did that. I said to return to mission. Am I doing something wrong here? Target speed from the analysis visor, yeah. Mission awakenings. Target speed from pinpoint mission locations. Just deploy a marker beacon.
Thermal protection falling.
Nope, that's something else. Move that. Maybe I have to go up this way a bit and get a visual where I'll be happy. Okay. Sorry. My hearing isn't the best. I was trying to make sure if that was my cat or my daughter who was making a noise. It's the cat. This way? Yep, I'm okay with this. We'll just go a bit further out and take a look. Activate this target sweep with the analysis. If I visor, maybe if I scan like this, it'll also help. Oh yeah, it says estimated distance. Alright, I did see that. Didn't realize what it was. I didn't really think about what it was meaning by that. So if we go up here, target in range, finalizing signal. Signal source located. Target sweep currently unavailable. Some mission targets can be pinpointed with the targeted sweep. Follow the coordinates and find the signal source. Ah, there we go. Well, let's do this first. Investigate the damaged machinery. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal. Tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Decipher. Decoding. 16, 16, 16. Entry. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. If they luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. Extract plan. Portable Land Registration Service. When placed, contacts Universal Cartographic Archive to establish ownership of land. Successful registration allows the construction of base modules across any site of the user's choosing. Chromatic metals required. Okay. Advanced terraforming device. This module overloads existing multi-tool systems, allowing the user to reshape regions as they wish. Carbon nanites, dehydrogen jelly. Alright, so now I gotta make that. 1 second.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Alright. Oxide, sodium. Veritech. My ship. 300. 100. They're not much further apart from each other. Let's tag that one for a minute. Since it looks like we're about to make a device for digging anyway.
Technology installed.
Alright, gotta make those. Yeah. Alright, can't do that there. Goes here. Do these. Whoops. Push the wrong button. Okay. I know there was a way to make more than one. How did that work? Craft more. There we go. And the hydrogen jelly. Then multi-tool. Install. Alright. Now we have train manipulator. Great. Gather copper. Use the analysis visor to locate deposits, mine train minerals. Oxide. Copper, way over there. Copper, not far over there. Okay, I'll go for that. The flyers can be a kind of a pain to scan sometimes. First, let's go over this. So, I want to touch whatever this is. Yeah, save and... Navigation data, excellent, that'll be useful. Now then, where was that copper deposit that was real nearby? Right, there's one. There's one real close. Let's tag that. Oh, that is very close. Gather copper, using analysis visor, mine minerals with that. So I think this is where I have to... Oh, did it just auto... Wait. Okay, yeah, so this is where G comes in. I press G to swap between different mining devices. From the mineral laser to the excavation laser. Alright. There we go. This is super handy because with this I can make my own caves. I need more copper. Really? Okay. There's another copper deposit there. Now it's close. We'll go with that.
Technology recharged.
There we go. Yeah, this one's pretty close. Let's go. Oh, what are you? Pulpy roots. Alright, so another sellable resource.
Thermal protection falling.
That other... There's something else coming up on my visor. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Units received.
Where is it? Buried cache. Right here. Let's unbury it. Under rusty magnetic fan. Weird stuff. Okay. Back towards that. Let's keep moving. Weird feature. Take the sodium. Alright. Need my handy dandy refinery again to go and turn this into the materials I need. Nice. They've improved that system a little bit, because I feel like the mining used to be a lot trickier. Could just be a false memory. For now, let's, I don't want to do this. Machinery. Jettison pod? That sounds cool. Let's go check that out, and while we're checking that out, I'll set up the refiner and get it. Okay. Portable refiner, back down you go. Yep, recharge. Let's see. Oh, this can go into the refiner? Worthless except as scrap. Select the inventory and use to break it down into useful materials. What would I get for that? Requested operation unavailable. Okay, so not sure if I would get anything out of that. Let's go to the thing we actually want to refine, which is copper. Begin. Well, that works. Sodium. Minis. Ion battery. Bad. A Gek relic. Okay, if I remember right, that could be used as a gift for a Gek aliens that we encounter. And it can be also just plain sold for nanites. Ooh, a pulse engine module. Nice. Improve a specific technology you have already installed. Each module is unique. Search out specific or rare modules at each space station. And require no crafting. Use nanites to buy upgrades from space stations. Technology works with each upgrade is unique. Check every space station for rare upgrades. Every core technology can support 3 upgrade modules. Sick. Alright, while that's doing that, let's go activate this. Oh, wait, this is one we've already been doing. Nope, no point in not saving. Ooh, I don't recall them putting that indicator on the map before for my portable refiner. I like that. Are you done? Save. Exosuit. And let's pick you up. The base computer claims a site for construction. Find a suitable area and deploy the base computer. Access the build menu with Z. Yeah. Okay. First, I want to go to my ship. I don't feel like building my base here. Maybe, me being a little on the picky side, but I actually don't want to build my base on this. You can build more than one base, by the way. So, if you've got one base, if you've got a planet that has a useful resource, it usually is good to build a base, because you'll later get a teleporter to jump between bases. It's really handy. And it's a good way to go, oh man, I need X and X resource, let's pop over to that planet where I have a base and get it. Right now, we're not that far in, so I want to set up my base somewhere a little more specific so I don't have to concern myself. First, let me That, or at least I'm going to want to move on to an area where it's probably a little more open, so I can set up a good base.
Inventory full.
Yeah.
Inventory full.
So I can't get anything out of those because I get out and build my inventory. And they don't have a new slot available, so I can't. Easy enough. Let's go to my ship and take shelter while I make some adjustments. Alright. Quick transfer ship. Pulse engine module, an extremely powerful upgrade for the Starship Pulse engine. This module is flexible and exact upgrade statistics are unknown until installation is complete. Potential improvements include Starship maneuverability and speed. Yeah, let's go over here with this, and I think it just goes in one of these slots, if I remember right. No? How does this work? Install? Press E. Alright, then I can work on these. Alright, so efficiency 16%, maneuverability 12%. So, nice. Okay, I can take that. I already have some tritium. Call when I picked that up, but you know what? Okay.
Technology recharged.
And I did pick up one of these, might as well just pop it in there.
Recharged.
Open up that inventory for now. Alright, we're going to process damage technology into parts. Ejected from its machine and discarded by its owner. Worthless except as scrap. Let's dismantle it and see what happens. What do we get out of that? I'm sure. Pure ferrite. Wow. Good chunk of it, too. Alright. Let's quick transfer Starship. Quick transfer Starship. I was like, did I just do something? Because that happened as I was clicking. Break geo down into usable materials. Oh, these were cobalt ones. Nice. Well, I know I'm going to want that later anyway, so that's all good. Navigation data can go in my Starship for now. That can go in my Starship. These can go in my Starship. Keep the silicate powder for now. No. Let's put that in my Starship too. Yeah. I'm just gonna move a bunch of this over so I don't have to carry as much. These are nice to have just because if I remember right, they also work like this and can be used to just quickly recharge stuff. That can go in my Starship though, I don't need that on me. Alright. So that takes care of a bunch of my setup. I did want to check my catalog. Collected knowledge. 5 out of 592 stories learned. Building parts. 11 out of 925. Recipes. 2 out of 432. Wonders. Oddities recorded. 24 out of 428. Technology. 29 out of 358. Materials and items. 90 out of 638. There's a lot in this game. Learned 1 word. Total milestones achieved. 0. Viking standing, neutral. Destroyed sentinels, 0. Yeah, so there's all these different achievements, junk, that you can get with different groups. Exploration milestones. Survival milestones. Destroying sentinels, doing all this other stuff. Ships destroyed, yeah, because you can actually have space battles with pirates and junk. Unearth ancient treasures or recruit the lost beasts of the past. Alright, these are previous expeditions. Explore the universe and catalog this Marvel's primary reward. Droid companion egg. I don't know Does that mean I did that one before? I must have done it way back. I don't know if there's ways to do all of these, or if you can only do the current one. Yeah, some of those might be like that. Merchant Guild stuff, Viking, yeah, okay. There is a lot. Words learned, 0. Incomprehensible. So basically, if we talk to 8 of them, we're going to be able to understand much of it. There was a reason I went in there, that's right. Where is it? Discoveries. Can I... Sodium, Doxite, Copper, Frost Crystal. Sentinels are frenzied here. Oddly enough, I haven't run into it yet. Frequent blizzards, fair, abundant. Have to upload Discovery receive speed nanite clusters. Interesting. Alright, well this isn't quite what I was hoping for. I was wanting to figure out if there was a way for me to check stuff on other planets in the area and review my info that I had. So today, there might be a way, and I don't remember it. Ah, yes. Okay, right-click to zoom out. So this is the other one I've been on. Copper, phosphorus. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to actually set up a base on. Dissonance detected, sodium, gold, copper. Probably high in minerals, but nothing else. Activated copper, roughly pyrite, sodium, gold, copper, lighted. Desert, salvageable scrap, cactus, copper, pyrite, silver. Kinda want to try this one, I think. Alright. So yeah, I think that's the planet I want to aim for, just because I know it's got stuff that I'm interested in for other reasons, and that's where I want to set up a base. Of course, the game may make me come back here anyway due to tutorial junk and reasons like that, but for now, I want to go with this. Cactus flesh, copper, pyrite, silver. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Desert planet. Salvageable scrap is what I'm really interested in there, just because I'm curious what that means and what we can get out of it. So if I have to make a base, I'd like to make it there just for the sake of ease of access. And I'd prefer not to have to set up multiple bases on the same system unless it becomes really worth it. Just because, yeah, I'd have to build each base to make them very more or less functional. I haven't been to a space station here yet either. Gotta find that. Not a huge rush right now. This planet looks interesting from orbit. Probably not high on a lot of planet life. Or it's going to be very desperate. Oh, I should probably be a little more careful about this cloud. Entering atmosphere. Yeah, I noticed. Oh, I should probably be a little more nervous about the giant hole in here. Okay, we got plateaus. Okay, very deserty. Let me take a look over this hole before I land. If I fall in this thing, it's gonna be such a pain to get out. Alright. So it's just a crater, it looks like. Let's not fall in it. Is that a dragon? How do I... I'm trying to remember how to turn my ship's orientation around. Okay, so this place seems to just have piles of stuff galore. What does that mean? That means someone's unknown building. I'm curious. Ooh, an old ruin. Alright, let's land right here. Okay. Let me do that one more time. Then I want to go to here. Not there, here. Or if it'll count it once I step. There we go. Ooh, there's some interesting stuff around here, I can already tell. Salvage container. Oh yeah, this is going to be a fun planet, I think. Buried cache. Alright. I'm a little nervous about how active the Sentinels are going to be over here. Knowledge stone. Unknown building. Let's tag that. Yeah, lots of knowledge stones. This looks like a good region to drop in. I think I could build a base on this spot. Available resources. I would like to know a bit more about my likelihood of being mauled by sentinels, though. Right. Which control did what? Sentinels are robotic. The entities that guard most worlds. Harvesting resources in view of the sentinels will cause them to turn hostile. Yeah. Alright. Upload all. Get that. This is the one we're on. Alright. So, that one had aggressive sentinels. This one does not have aggressive sentinels. So hopefully that means this will be a good place to build a base where I won't get mauled to death by a bunch of angry robots for daring to dig up a cactus or something. Or a rock. Seriously. The sentinels... There are certain things that will always tick off the sentinels no matter what planet you're on, if I remember right. But there's a lot of stuff there that also just... on the wrong thing. Nope. But there's just some areas where, like, some planets where, oh, you harvested X and X resource, the Sentinels want to kill you now. And then the Sentinels just are these flying robots that, well, some of them are flying. And they just will keep coming and coming until you die, or run away. But I want to check this unknown building, because that has my intention as a point of interest. Also, the big giant bird dragon looks sick. I love that. I think I'm good. Ooh, I just noticed my protective gear isn't activated right now either. That probably means that this planet is moderately less hostile. Oh, wait, is this a region map? Oh, wait. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And that. Minor settlement detected. Oh, good. First 4 points saved. So there's a minor settlement that way. I'm actually not going to mess with the settlements right at the moment. But good to know that there's one around. That could also be a good reason to have a base in this region. I'll use this. Okay. Projectile ammunition. Assuming I will get a projectile, that'll be great. Copper down there. Sweet root. Salvage container way over there. Salvage container arriving. Is that 5 minutes or 5 hours? Alright, so that's far away. I'm pretty sure. Salvage container pretty close, but still a good ways out. Buried tech. Pyrite. Knowledge stones. Buried cache. Yeah, mark that cache. Ooh, but there's a knowledge stone right here that I should go for. And more buried stuff over that way. Ah, too many things. All the things I want to explore and too many things to do it with in a timely fashion. What was this guy? The advanced mining lasers for that. That was so close, I may as well just go for it. Over the other one, because this is much closer. Two things right next to each other, right? Technology module. Salvage data. Probably will be useful. Use release mechanism. Alright. Where do I want to build a base now is the question. I suppose I could just do it right here at the waypoint. Options. I kind of want to go a little higher up. Oh, okay, at night I need a protection system. Good, okay, good to know. I'm a little nervous by some of the sounds, as to whether there's a giant creatures I should know about. I can't really tell how much is what sound effect type of deal. Alright, I think this is a good enough area to set up. I can work with this region to a good degree, and it'll just be a nice area I can make a base work. I may have to flatten it out a bit, but yeah, I can do that fairly easily. Alright. Good enough for now. Alright. Let's build a base computer. Right. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. Archives available. Accessing log from previous user. Follows. Storm sweeping across, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Extract plans. Timber, angled, wall, okay, basic stuff. Floor containment, got it. Bases provide shelter from harsh planetary conditions, recharging your hazard protector as your base grows. It will grant access to many advanced technologies. Construct bases as shelter from harsh environments. Expand your base by earning new construction blueprints. Return to your base to store and process items as you explore. Yeah, that's why I wanted this place, because I feel like this is the sort of area I'm going to want that. For protection, alright, Z, I need a floor. Put it... Timber, modules, widespread construction across the galaxy, and carbon. Let me make this work where I want it. Where do I want this exactly, and how do I want to place it? Build, colors, rotate with that. Scale with R and F. Doesn't look like this one can be changed. Toggle edit build, toggle camera, toggle wiring, toggle free placement. Snap placement enabled, free placement. Interesting. Just trying to get a spot where I won't really have it shining through the ground, shining through the floor, hopefully. Right about good. And we can do toggle on the snap placement.
Weather warning, incoming storm.
Okay.
Base computer online.
Let's get some walls.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
I'm out of carbon. Gotta go get more carbon. This is a problem of mine sometimes, where I return to the base computer. Alright, let's do that. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Entry follows. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans log scans indicate additional subterranean devices beginning search. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans, and perhaps I can improve their new building. Construction research. Portable blueprint.
Thermal protection falling.
Magnetized ferrite carbon nanotubes. This field-deployed research module allows users to convert old or damaged technology modules into advanced construction. New construction data ferrite technology. Store new blueprints to power your base to enable advanced technology. Use teleports to instantly return to your base during the travel. Yes. That's what it is. Now I would need to put you down in here. Use some of that. And I need magnetized ferrite. Where's my... I had some other ready. Where's my ferrite dust? I had some other level ferrite. Pure ferrite. I should upgrade it to magnetized ferrite. Again. Get a bit more of that. Let me... Well, that's working. Let me...
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
Alright. That fits. Oh, those weird little... Alright. Next to boys, I hear something. Look at the storm. Alright. I need to go... What do I need? I need this. This can go... Okay, I have to get the missing points first. Alright, carbon nanotubes. That I can do easy. Okay, go get some more carbon. See? No, it's not carbon, but I will grab you anyway because I didn't.
Thermal protection falling.
You guys. Carbon and condensed carbon. Really? Take that. And they pretty quick. Especially now that my drills scan you yet. Or have I not scanned? There's something here saying I haven't scanned. There we go. More carbon for the carbon use. I must build a base for my survival and also for other purposes. I want to go see the shiny up there though. Hello shiny. Are you shiny? You are shiny. Are you a shiny I can do anything with? Hello, huh? Cool. What's that? Okay. This way. That is a pirate deposit, knowledge stone, cargo drop. Yeah, there's lots of stuff in this region. This planet is sweet. I am loving this already. Yep. 9 hours away, miners salvage. 30 milestone accomplished. What, for walking? Yep, for walking. Okay. Great. Just what I wanted. Go get some of that in here. Back to my base. So I can get working more on my projects. Yes, carbon tube. And Z, this, let's put you right here.
Weather warning, incoming storm.
Analysis unit online. Diagnostic suggestion. Users should recover salvaged data from buried technology, equipment utilized, and analysis measures. Alright. Research buildable technology. Base teleport module is immensely good to have. I already have 2 salvaged data because I saw the stuff we found. I'm gonna grab that.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Because I'm going to want that. What was the other option we can get here? Structures. So yeah, we can research different designs of stone, alloy, salvage structures. Yeah, you can make all sorts of different base designs. Alright, and then this tech, there's you can research them all anyways. That works. Wait, no, there's some difference here. Biofuel reactor, save beacon, very important. I'm gonna need to get more salvage stuff because there are some things here I'm gonna want. I'm gonna need electrical wiring, and I'm definitely gonna want solar panels, or eventually powering up my base, making that a thing that I can use. Oh, the greatest.
Thermal protection
Interact with your base computer to name your base. Give me a sec. I am going to do with my building of walls and things because I feel like I don't want to be stuck getting blasted by the. Part. Now I need ceiling, flat timber roof, rounded timber roof. They cost the same either way.
Thermal protection falling.
I'm working on it. Fill that. Come on, snap in the right spot. Now, there. Alright.
Weather update. Small variables. Stabilizing.
And there. Alright. Maybe not the prettiest setup, but this is our initial base design, and we can always take stuff apart and rearrange it and redo it and all that good stuff. Got my base. Got to clean up the corners. I'm very happy with this, though. This is very much what I was hoping for. Alright. Go here. Alright, let's name this... For salvage. Yeah. No, not for. Alright. Capture new base screenshot. You can actually, do this to get a picture of your base. So if other people were to look at your base, they could actually do that and upload the base. There we go. Need more ferrite dust again. Now time to break those. And if I do it this way, so I can get the ferrite dust. Alright. Got that. But worry about that later. Alright. What is my current mission, actually? Explore the planet, expand your base with additional base components, extract salvage data from buried technology and spend them at the construction research. Search for buried technology with the terrain manipulator. Alright, I guess I should do that first. Alright. Copper deposit, knowledge stone. We'll head that way. And while we're at it, we'll see if we can find anything else of use. Subterranean organic structures, eh? That potentially did it for me. Right here. Hello, weird thing. Subterranean organic structure. It is indeed a subterranean organic structure. I cannot scan it. Humming flesh. I am not sure I like that. That is... That name does not invoke confidence in this not being a bad thing to have picked up in real life, if we're in real life. More knowledge for me. Viking word for interloper. Oh, good. Oh, let's not fall into the pit of whatever this is. Is this a cave or is this just a spot? Oh, it is a cave. Okay, we'll carefully drop in here, not falling in. These are little structures. Alright, those are non-scannable. Salvage container is there.
Units received. Units received.
Anything else in here I should be concerned about? Uncertain. Nice looking place. Carbon, cobalt. Excellent, so we can get cobalt on this planet as well. That's very important. Mostly for later. I like the way this place is lit up. Alright, we can get more marrow bulbs. Might as well add those to my collection. Take those with me. I'm curious for how this cave's going. Ooh, a subterranean relic. These, if I remember right, are worth a lot. I don't remember if they're useful for anything else, but if I recall correctly, they sell for a lot. So they'll be useful for a number of purposes. This is a cool looking thing. Alright. Well, where did my... That's over there. Let's just do some tunnels. Shall we? It's always good to have a escape tunnel anyway, in case you have a run-in with, say, the Sentinels and need a duck for cover and get out of their line of sight for a long period of time so they stop looking for you. So having a cave like this is actually useful. Okay, this is going downwards. I'm probably going down into one of the... If I had to guess, I'm going down into one of the freighters. Yeah. I should have just flown over to this thing, but okay. It's fun to explore the region anyway and see if we can accidentally dig into a cave or something. There we go. There. Your battlers. Giant Mothra things. That is a big canyon. Oh boy. I guess I should be a little more careful about not falling in there and hurting myself. Knowledge stone while we're at it. That's over near where I'm going anyway, so we'll make this work. Maybe I'll not take the tunnel back. I'll get that and then walk back and see if we can grab anything else interesting on the way. I also like their little compass hut at the top. Has these things just show up on it. Viking word for gra. Okay, whatever that means. There's another one of these just over here. Scan you first.
Units received.
There we go. Now I'm going to take it down because I do want more carbon. And I need more ferrite. And you are an interesting place to put knowledge stone. For the... Alright, that's at least a very useful word to have. Journey milestone? What is it this time? Oh, more travel. Okay. Yeah, you get a lot of traveling. Hello, thing. Protective casing. Don't need that. You look important. Salvage container. Protective casing. Oh, so I have to go around and destroy the protective casing on this other stuff. Corvette assembly designing a habitable starship. New mission. Salvage container. Park inlet. New treasure record. Salvage scrap. Longshore cowling. Piece of hull cowling for a Corvette-class starship designed to streamline and protect core ship components. Assemble a Corvette, the dedicated Corvette workshop aboard any space station. Oh, okay, so I'll have to go to a space station and then they'll give me a spot where I can work on that. Sparking inlet, approximately 477 years old. This useful life of this technology is long past, however, it contains rare and valuable substances that would attract a high price as scrap. Oh, that sells for a good chunk of units. Used for trading. Yeah, we're going to hold on to that. Speedbird diffuser. A piece of hull cowling for a Corvette-class starship. Designed to streamline and protect core ship components. So, looks like I have to salvage a bunch of this sort of thing in order to get the pieces I need to make a Corvette. Well, I don't mind beginning that process. It's going to take a while. Anyway, that must be where the space station is at. Up there. We'll worry about that in a bit. Right now, we've got to work on so many other things. There's so many side missions and other deals that it's going to take a while. Yay, 5 words. For one of the alien languages. Works for the extraction, big glass.
Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
See, resources I wanted, I don't do it right. I'm gonna want more of these later, so. Crystal fragment, that's cool. Do I have the room in my Exos? Kind of. This is another one of those things I can analyze and break down for more resources of a particular type. Alright, let's get back to my ship and my base so that I can begin the process of really establishing my base and need some more progress there. Now that I've got a few more of the resources I need for that. I'll get that very attention though, because that should have some useful items. Or gain more of the technology I need for my base. And it should be part of my helping with making sure the computer's happy with my quest in progress. This would be the sort of thing that, like, in real life, I would probably be all over this. Like, I would want to explore so much in a setup like this, because there's just so many cool things around. I'd be going, ooh, shinies over here, shinies over here. Wheelie gas pumps. Alright, dismantle, dismantle. Lost magnetized ferrite. Great. Wasn't quite the thing I was hoping. Copper. Very technology module. There we go. That's what I need. Interesting way to indicate. Yeah, there's a settlement over here, beaming light into the sky. This is just how the general indicator works. And this oxygen would be useful as well. Go. Look at that sky. So much cool stuff. So one of the main downsides of some of this, what I'm doing is, eventually I'll have to spread out further to get some of the resources I would want, because it'll be harder to reach them near my base. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's gonna have to do the other, and I'm gonna have to go elsewhere eventually to get different types of resources and rarer types that I can't get in this system. Foul smelling compound that can be harvested from the gut rot flower. Interesting. More nanites. Don't mind if I do. Give me. Only one? Bummer. Low yield. Salvage there, but well. Need to head back towards my base, which is that way. Subterranean relic. Now that has my attention. And it's real close. Right about good angle to go in at. Oh, another one of these. Don't mind if I do. It's connected to a cave. Shiny. A beacon. Not sure what that's about. More critters of an unknown sort up on the surface.
No free slots in suit inventory.
Yeah, I just gotta get back. Alright, where did I punch a hole in the wall? Here. Got a little distracted looking around with things. Nope. sure what to make of that. What was that warning indicator of a storm? I know. Everything's falling. We'll be back at base before long. Very technology module. Pretty close. Go for that real quick. Or have I already gotten it? No, it shouldn't show up on this sort of thing shouldn't show up if I've already gotten it. But apparently I already got that knowledge. So did I just not see this very technology module at the time? What? Guess so. Oh well. More for me. Use X to summon your ship. Nice. So okay, I can summon my ship if I wanted to not have to run all the way back to it. That's good. If I remember right, it does have to have enough like charge for takeoff and whatnot. So you do have to make sure your ship is equipped. It is like supplied correctly before you leave it alone if you want it to be able to do that. But still pretty workable. Sodium nitrate. Inventory space right now.
Levels stabilizing.
Let's do some work here. This we're going to transfer to my ship. Transfer to my ship. Definitely transfer that to my ship to go up with me. Space next time. Oh, we got 4 of them? Okay, maybe I grabbed 2 more of those than I thought. Research. Buildable technology. I want the biofuel reactor. I need the wiring. And I guess I gotta save up for the salvage for the solar panel. Signal booster. Nearby buildings can decrypt navigation data to pinpoint specific locations. I'm gonna want that eventually, probably. Health station. Save beacon. And yeah, we're good. Alright. All the tech. What's my current questing? Corvette assembly objectives. Yeah, that's that mission. Boil this one. Expand your base. Buried technology. Search for your buried technology with the terrain manipulator. Yeah, we've been doing that. So maybe it just will want me to take this. It keeps popping up with the necessary components to make that. Okay, so make another one of those. And I need carbon nanotubes. Alright, we got the sodium. Teleport module. Put that right here for now. Insufficient power. Supply power to the base teleport module. Select powering the base to the mission pod. Construct a biofuel reactor. I can do that for now. The biofuel reactor. Alright, the biofuel reactor is right here. here. What's that? Our fuel reactor is empty. Yeah, it is. Alright.
Technology recharged.
That's good. It'll keep that going for a while. I think that is real time. I think, like, if I get off, I think that still burns down. Well, I could be remembering wrong. I think it fuels what burns down still, regardless. Alright, I need to make wiring. Connect you to you. There we go. Still, that'll be running for plenty of time, so I can use it to go on. Habitat, initializing, growth plan command. Yep, done with that.
Base computer online.
Alright, before I do that, 1 second. Remaining flesh and scrap of organic matter is not clear if this is a life form in its own right or some ejected, severed part of a larger being. Unlikely to be desirable as galactic exchange. Selecting the inventory tab and proceed to process it into useful materials. Process. Okay. Well, alright. Oh, I don't recall the stack amount being this high before. I wonder why it caps that. I'm glad they expanded it, though, if they did. Because, yeah, these resources take up so much space. More oxygen.
Technology recharged. Technology recharged. Technology recharged.
Okay. Accessing log from previous user. Hello. Scanner detect the unusual broadcast. Repeating 16 from the space station. Warning. End of archive. Records interrupted. The base computer archives have reached their limit. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Alright. So I could just fly my ship up there. On the system base computer produce owner. Or I think I can just take the bullet. Maybe I have to go up to the space station before it can. Okay, yeah, no, I have to go there first. Got it. But later I'll be able to just teleport back. What else can I build? Give me 1 second. Before we go running off. Buildable ornament to beautify your base. Don't care about that at the moment. We built that. We built that. Alright. Safe beacon and signal booster. Need plates, 3 metal plates, and 2 carbon nanometers. Or 1 carbon nanometer. Then. Well, let's get these. Don't have enough. Alright. More ferrite. Take me long. Building things. That should do it for that. That needs to be here. And I need the carbon nanotube. Alright, build safe beacon. Go right out here. That's useful. And signal booster feels like something that should go outside. Play right here for now. Locate nearby structures. Let's see if anything interesting pops up. Is that the minor settlement again? No, tree. Okay. Investigate the space station. Well, that's cool, but for now, I guess the space station takes priority on my list of things I need to poke at. Because for starting off, I really do have to follow some of the main storyline bits just to get to some of the things I need. Though, in a lot of ways, you can kind of just go off and do your own thing. You just will have to kind of follow similar steps to get certain things resource-wise unlocked. But if I remember right, you could just, like, at the start where we interacted with some stuff in the way we did, I think there was ways around that. I don't remember all the details. Or there should be a point here where eventually we get kind of more of a choice. Alright, are we... Yeah, okay, we're in space dumping. This did. Alright. May have to break off from the Rattling planet here in a bit and then go around it to get to the space station. Or maybe the space station is just really close to the Rattling planet. I can't. Nice looking place. I'll give it that. Going to look forward to when I have a teleporter set up here, though, so that I don't have to go back and forth manually as much. It'll be so much faster to just warp over here. Kind of curious about that Rattling planet, but I also don't necessarily want to go poke at it right now. Too many things to do, not enough time and sanity. And we're getting close to the end of when I probably need to close this up and get to bed here in a bit. So, station is our target priority. We'll worry about it from there. There's the station. I'm so glad that automatically stops. It makes me nervous when it's just like, fling yourself at the space station. This will end so well. Alright, now we gotta find the way in. Which is where exactly? Where's the entrance to the space station? This is a space station design I'm actually not familiar with. So I'm not sure how we go into it. Some of them are a little more obvious as to where their entrance is. Pull back a little. Zoom in. There's my entrance. Okay. Zoom on in. And then autopilot should be in here in a moment. There we go. Woo! Yeah, this is a... Whoa, okay, getting a little laggy. We're okay. This is a space station design I am not familiar with. Also, what's that Gladys? Stellar Observer Space Station. Is that Gladys up there? Or one of her cousins? Okay, here's my teleporting spot. Now if I go here, yeah, I could just teleport right back to my base because that's active still, and it will be for a while, so I don't have to worry about rushing home, please. Out. Yeah, whatever. Draw, interloper. The Viking something. Well, I got a lot more of that conversation understood than I expected. They are large and intimidating, seems to be attempting to be friendly. Perhaps they know the one you came before me. Ask about the travelers. Lillian draws back startled. The look on their face tells me our conversation is over. Okay, they are not the one I need to talk to. Go to space station, find life forms to ask about the mysterious signal. Are you the thing that helps me put the Corvette together? Appearance modifier. We'll have to play with that later. Corvette Starship outfitting, maybe? Let's take a look at this. Drones deployed to target starship. Upgrade starship, begin salvage analysis. Upgrade class for storage, or melt ship into scrap. Where to find upgrades? Use this outfitting station to increase the size of the starship inventory or improve its space stats by upgrading its class. Upgrades to specific functions, such as weapons or engines, can be purchased from technology merchants. Alright, upgrade starship? How much does that cost me? A lot. Okay. Upgrade class. How is upgrade class cheaper than upgrading my storage? Did I just start with a lot of storage or something? Apply augmentation. Augment inventory storage or improve starship class. Improve storage for free with storage augmentation units. Okay, so I can find a thing that'll just straight up upgrade. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Geck. I don't know any of your language. You're clearly waiting for something. Ask about the travelers. Troubled by my question, life form emits a dramatic squeak, though I do not recognize their words. The shake of their head is unmistakable. Mission agent Mel? Despite their size, the alien does not seem aggressive, but when I blink, I see that same red light that stared at me at the distress beacon. Ah, okay, so you're the one you talked to. Great. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A string of code is echoed back to me through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life form glaring at me. Whatever has happened, they do not appear to have witnessed it. I should leave. Perhaps my base computer would be able to make something of this code. Alright, the space station. Every space station serving as its hub. Speaking to the life forms aboard the station brings the chance to trade, learn words, or gain standing. Visit technology merchants to upgrade your ship and equipment. Visit the cartographer for directions to outposts and other buildings. Take missions from the mission agent to earn valuable rewards. Use the teleport to instantly return to your base. Nice. Okay, so now can I just talk to you like a normal mission agent then? Okay, not right now. Maybe not ever, I don't know. What is this? Woo! What the? Ah! Okay, so this is fast travel around. Ah, so this is the travel to the Corvette workshop. Alright, no Corvette lock, dock for modification, purchase modules. What do I have here? Trade advanced modules, purchase basic modules. Class hub, class hab, landing gear, tie-in sublight thruster, class reactor. Okay, this is going to be an expensive thing, but it looks like this will be a fun goal to aim towards. Corvette workshop cache. Okay, so is this where I can store the pieces I find? Just so they aren't taking up all my other inventory? Alright, well, let's transfer this stuff from my ship to my other inventory so I can do that. Quick transfer, Corvette workshop cache. Alright, that is a sellable. I'll play my suit now since we're up here at the station. That is going to mind. Maybe trade with a cartographer aboard a space station, exchange for use of star charts. Alright, so we want to save that. This is a exosuit nutrient system will restore 5% life support, so I could eat this, but I'd rather sell it. Okay. Damage potential. So much. There is so much. My brain. There's too many things to consider and contemplate, and do these all just lead to the same spot? 1, 2, 3, and... Yeah, okay. So if I was playing with different people... yeah. Okay, so basically if I was playing with multiple people, we could each have our own spot for a Corvette. That's nice. I like that design. I like that whole setup. Because I want to poke around a bit more before we leave. Console. interloper, Viking, something or other. Before confronting me, they bark savagely, showing yellow canines. Yeah, as soon as their fury begins, however, it seems to be over. The life form non-solving indicates that they will hear my plea. Practice language skills. Request dialect help. Softly then presents a list of language symbols. Aggression, technology, Viking, travel. Let's go with a technology. Word for weapon. Yeah, that seems like a big important one for that. I think you can only get one thing per person. Viking, yeah, or increase me, request dialect help, practice language skills. I don't have a gift for that sort of character. And Hill, thinking through some of the Viking words I am confident of, pronouncing weapons? Scout Gooch seems pleased by my interest in Viking technology, proudly to present a new multi-tool offered in exchange for mine. They're fused. Alright, so they're offering me this multi-tool, which has a bunch of broken bits. I don't even know what some of this stuff is, or is supposed to be. Personal shield, drenched photon mirror, rusted mining beam upgrade, advanced mining laser, optical drill, raising a highly calibrated matrix boasting the mining beam on atomic level. Alright. Has the analysis finder, has a scanner, mining beam, has a lot more slots than my other does. Compare with current multi-tool, just to do a quick comparison here. I'd have to rebuild my terrain manipulator. Oh, gee darn, that would be so hard. Not. That's already on there. Has everything else. Has a bunch of stuff I don't even know. Scanner. Take. Buy and add to collection. Trade in current multi-tool. Potential damage. Scanner. Trade in price. Cost. Rifle. Wait, do I have to buy it then? Rifle. It feels weird they would just be like, yeah, trade me this. Exchange? No, they straight up traded me. Alright, I feel like I got the way better end of the bargain on that one. Though I guess mine, while smaller, doesn't have a bunch of broken pieces. Thanks, man. That is... man, that is a really nice NPC. Alright. What do I have to do to repair it? Ionized cobalt, ionized cobalt. Alright, dioxide, perfume. I'm gonna have to do some work on repairing this thing. Wiring loom, quad servo. Yeah, okay. So a lot of these slots are basically useless for me because they're filled up with broken junk. But ionized cobalt, I think I can get fairly easily. I don't remember wiring looms. Maybe I have to buy it. Microprocessor, I'm pretty sure I have to buy that. Yeah, I wonder what happens if I fix these. Do they... Slot cannot be used until damage is repaired. Yeah, so basically this thing will have a buttload of slots once I repair it. I should have paid more attention to the damage potential and scanner range on my old one. I don't know if that was better or not, but probably not. Yeah, I'll work with this. I'm happy with that. I will... Ooh, storage container. Alright. Just gonna steal stuff from the space station, apparently. Anything else good here? What does symbol mean? What does it mean? Symbol says... don't know. Exosuit upgrade. Oh yeah, I think every time you find one of these you get a free upgrade. Basically you can add a... upgrade yeah. I could add an inventory slot up here for more modules, or I could add an inventory slot down here for like more inventory. Okay, this one costs some units. This one is free. Alright. You only get one per. Well, I would rather have the inventory in, so that's great. Cool. Technology merchant. Technology merchant. This is how I'm used to be able to get different weapons and handling. You can go in here and then you go into here and do similarly like what we did before. This one, you can compare mine trade in price. Okay, yeah, this one has a much higher trade in price. This one has a much higher damage potential. So this would be a great one for as a rifle for later. I wonder if any of the things we do here would change any of that for mine anyway. Scanner range would be lower, but yeah, the damage potential would be so much higher. Problem is, the cost on that versus the cost on this. I don't know what these symbols mean exactly. What some of that is. Either way, I do not have enough for that trade, even if I wanted. Right, let's talk to some more individuals here and get some. As I approach the warrior, I hear an item drop to the floor. They very deliberately ignore the faint beeping that has begun to sound near their feet. Assuming like a very nice sense, I should do likewise. Okay. Request dialect. Suspiciously, eventually they tap at the data pad and display a list of language symbols. Aggression mystery. Word support 2. That seems important. Cadet. Viking, interloper, yeah, Viking word, farmstead, home, welcome, do this. Have it the data pad. Let's do another mystery symbol. I. Very good. That'll hopefully help. Yeah, so if I remember right, if I find like Viking related items, I could gift them and that'll help with my standing with that race. The Gex here. Director Loft. I can't understand a word you say. Click their beak, offer a gift. Gex Relic. Cool. Standing increased Gex 1. Yeah. And there's probably ways to lower my standing too by doing things that I don't know what that'd be. Request dialect help, because I really need it. They present their datapad displaying a list of language symbols. Mystery. Give me a word of their language. The important part of language. Indeed. You know, can I just give you this other Gex thing so I can increase my standing and not have to carry it around with me? Thank you. That helps. Technology traders. Technology traders. Lots of technology traders. Hello, encrypted navigation data. Navigation data. Okay, I want more of that.
Units received.
Insecure repository. Does it mean unsecure? Like, as in unsecured, not safe? Like, not secured for me hacking into it? But insecure makes it sound like it's, like, nervous or something. Enemy Slayer. Alright. Expects the blood and flesh from their mouth. They appear apologetic. Alright, I could still use some help. Those mystery symbols, this does seem to be giving me the basic language stuff that I'm going to need most of. Interloper, shakes my head. Dialect. Viking symbol, that's how that works. Warrior, great, that's useful. Especially with Viking, as I recall they top. Oh, I can't look. Learning more words. What are you? You are Envoy. Redeem. Donate. Okay, I don't know how any of that works. Donate? I'm not selling you salvage data, I need that. But I guess later on, if I didn't need it anymore. It could be useful to sell it for various things. Alright, so it sounds like if I sold them enough, donated enough stuff, I could get some of this stuff out of here if I got to certain standings with their race. Right now, I am not in any form of good standing, or bad standing for that matter, but no standing that will give me anything useful. What are our options for review? I'll just real quick. So, okay, yeah, so there's the travelers, we're an anomaly. Though I guess we're also a traveler. I'm not sure what this locked one is. I think that's a race we can maybe discover. And then there's Gek, Viking, and Corvus. So we can make ourselves look like all sorts of things. I love that I can just click on it and it just auto-populates with randomized options, so I don't have to just dig through all this myself. There's a lot of options, and it looks like a lot of them are locked, and we'd have to unlock them. And probably by doing certain tasks or whatever. I kind of like this one though. This is kind of my vibe. So yeah, I'm good with that. Save changes? Yes. The face mask on this helmet makes me feel like it reminds me of like Big Daddies from BioShock. If I need to make a new starship, outfitting, grade starship. What does that take? Nothing there I can do. I don't want to look at other stuff. No, I don't want to salvage. Risk even accidentally salvaging my starship, so we'll not do that. Alright. I'm missing a thing here. There should be a trade spot, like a area I can go here to trade items, and I'm not sure where it is. Like there should just be like a galactic trade hub. Cartographer. I don't actually care about that right now. I will later, probably, because he'll help me find some really useful items. Oh, walk right past it, right at the beginning. Trade terminal. So here's where you can buy and sell a lot of things that you normally can't get otherwise. Wiring looms, I'll want some of those. But first, let's sell that.
Units received.
Marrow bulbs.
Received.
Fireberry.
Received.
Shard of pure crystallized tritium. Aloe flesh.
Units
All that. Alright, yeah. Access to inventory. Here we go.
Units
That.
received.
This I definitely want to sell.
Units received.
Those.
Received.
Alright, I'm pretty happy with that right now. Oh, I can just sell directly from my starship. That's good to know.
Units received. Units received.
Okay, hold on to the navigation data that has uses. I need to hold on to my cobalt because I know that has uses. Alright, now we have a lot more to just buy and sell with. This is good because we are going to need some of this. Let's get 3 of those. And can't get a ton of these. Let's get 2 of those. Alright. Get more hermetic seals. Is that a thing I can even get here, or do I have to go find and make those? Don't see any options for that. I think different places will have different things for sale or purchase. It just kind of varies. Alright, well, what's the wiring loom? At least I'll have them for later. Gold? Don't remember where to get gold, if that was from meteors or whether I had to get that from on a planet somewhere. I don't even know what some of this stuff is, or where to get it. Uranium, I think I have to go to a radioactive planet for. Ionized cobalt. This one I can fix with the wiring loop. Load transistor. So, repair. Let's try it and see how this works. Yeah, it just opens up a slot. That's great. Okay, so we can keep adding so many things from there. Supercharged slot? What is that? How does a supercharged slot vary from others? I feel like that's one I don't want to put a item in necessarily, but rather, or I probably want to put like one of these upgrades in or something. Mining speed, resources mined. Like, I wish I could. Can I move this? Move technology here. How's that affect it? Oh yes, that more than doubled it, didn't it? Yeah, that was like 15%. Now it's mining speed 32%. Okay, that's worth it. That is so worth it. Alright, I do want to build this. Do need to make some more carbon nanotubes. Multi-tool. Build that. There we go. Now I've got my terrain manipulator back. I don't have a bolt caster on here yet. Generalized weapon attachment for the multi-tool actives fire mode by pressing G and fire a weapon with that. The bolt caster reconfigures the multi-tool with supercharged metallic elements, firing them as high-velocity projectiles. I know I'm going to want this eventually, I might as well make it now. Alright, I need 3 nanotubes. Too far back again. Go. Let's make it there. Now I've got a gun. And what do I have for ammo on my person right now? I have 26 bullets. Not a lot, but we'll find a lot more later. Almost certain. Alright, I'm happy with how that's gone. This trip to this place was way more fruitful than I thought it was going to be. I have to use this speak up here, haven't I? And you said, don't come near me. Do they have nothing? Okay, no, I cannot touch you because you got weirded out by the fact that I asked about travelers. And travelers are a weirdly taboo item, I guess, to talk about. Right, because lots of unknowns from being merchant. Oh, well, okay, that's the thing. You got entry weapon management, yeah. What is this? Fossil collector? Interloper. Browse fossil archive? So you have a buttload of fossils you can sell, and I can sell you certain items here. Given its current age, construct a fossil display case within your base to display this find, add additional bone samples to recreate the entire feature. That's sick. So you can basically create a museum if you wanted. Things they've added to this game are insane. Craft dealer. The Viking sizes me up as I approach. I appear to pass muster, for they do not dismiss me from their presence. Acquire coordinates? Okay, that's for being coordinates to a haunted freighter, abandoned freighter. I currently don't have enough money for that, and also we haven't even encountered a non-broken freighter, so we've got some time. Pathetic. Freighters go missing, weak scavengers pick through the wreckage like feasting birds. Growl. Honorable Viking warrior would never indulge in salvage, but if interloper is interested, Viking may have information. I see. Purchase old scrap? What does that mean? Suspicious packet arms? Acquired via an unusual transaction, some sort of weapon-based technology. Okay, so I guess the enchanted metal is what I can get from these weird abandoned freighters, and I can get special items from them. Like strangely, potentially not normal ones. Okay, I have 0 tainted metal though right now. Tastes of what is to come. Okay, I have 2 things to trade with you. What do you give me? Random screen after screen of geographical charts. Alright. Purchase random map for 15 nanites. Ask for help. Exchange specific charts. I asked cartographer for help. They point at a map on their screen, then towards the depiction of the waypoint towers found at most planetary sites. They seem to be requesting I gather data from these towers. Okay. Exchange for specific charts. Map of the nearby planet. A secure site of interest has been marked. Such sites often hold blueprints for new products. Distress signal have been marked. Location. An inhabited outpost. A relic of an ancient civilization. Artifact chart. Yield valuable. An ancient ruined site has been marked. Excavating the site is likely to yield valuable treasures. Exosuit upgrade chart. These are really good. Yeah, because some planets, usually around planets, you'll find these drop pods for upgrading your inventory and your exosuit and whatnot. And the thing is, you have to find them first, then you have to repair them. Once they're repaired, you get 1 free upgrade, if I remember right, or 1 upgrade chance. Settlement charts. Alright, so these are things I could purchase using the data and then use them to find a place to go and look for things. Secure site of interest. So that probably means like a structure I'd have to actually break into. Maybe tick someone off if I did. And that one I don't have. That's more the other one I want, but I don't have for it. Okay. Let's use the teleporter and go. I love this. Group, favorite other space station, settlements. Yeah, there's so many things. Warp to central salvage. Also, I believe the caches, like, I put stuff in the Corvette cache on that station there. I'm betting I could access that from any station. The worst case, I would have to come back to this one, but hey, I've got a teleport to keep forward, so who cares? And let's save, and let's maybe. Can I turn this off? Generator status online. Is there any way to interact with it? I can put more fuel in, but what if I just want to turn it off so it saves fuel? Power grid, no batteries. Oh well. Guess not. Guess there is no saving it for later, but that's okay. Resources for that sort of thing are easy. Let's talk here then. Archives terminated. Select new task. Begin decryption. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings fly to us and claim your place among the stars. Signal acquired. Life signs detected. Possible distress signal. I think that's on this planet at least, so that's handy. If I happen to not have to go to a different planet to get that. Times it. Unfortunately, we'll have to do that another time. Right now, I need to call it a night. This game is awesome. It's made a good start to the game. We've been seeing all sorts of cool stuff all over the place. There's so many things we haven't even remotely discovered. I really do want to check that tree. Well, so many things to poke and to unlock and make, and I just don't have time. So we will save, make sure we're good there. We've got that for our mission. We've got that out just as a point of interest. The fact that it says arrive in 38 minutes and 26 seconds suggests that that is just really far away and I'd want to fly it. Meanwhile, that is reasonably close. Yeah, I don't have time tonight. I don't have time. I really want to go explore. I really want to poke around. That's the fun thing with this game. It's if you just love exploring and finding weird things and then base building using the resources you find, this game is amazing for that. And like I said, different planets will have different things. I'll have to go to a different solar system probably to find some of the planets that carry some of the rare resources. I probably have to go to a solar system beyond that to really get some of the stuff, some of the rare resources. Because right now I'm in a starter solar system. This is the basic setup solar system of what you can reach when you first start off, before you have even gotten into the point where you can jump between planets. I also love that my ship just teleports here when I teleport here, so I don't have to go call it. I don't have to go bring it in and work from there. There is one thing I want to do here that I can do before we close. That is to go back to my refiner. I want to see what kind of carbon I need to get the type of carbon I need. Or was it cobalt? Cobalt. I think that was it. Begin. I believe this is the cobalt we needed for the air. Yes, I can craft more out of them. Total value. Okay, wow. When we craft more, we craft a lot. Why did I craft the out of them? Which I do. Ferrite dust. Okay, 50 ferrite dust gives me like 1,000 bullets. Sick. Alright. Yeah, multi-tool. What was that one we needed? We needed ionized cobalt. Yeah. But we have enough now. So, stop. Inventory.
Component repaired. Technology repaired. Component repaired. Technology repaired. Component repaired. Technology repaired.
That's great. Because we will find modules and we will want to have room to equip them. So this is awesome. Store technology. Oh, I guess I could have taken my thing off of my old one and swapped it in. Yeah, well, I kind of got surprised by the trade anyway, so, and it was an easy replace, so I wasn't worried. But, like, so these things, they're actually really good. I'll probably want to save some of them next time I swap one of these out. We're not going to be swapping one out anytime soon anyway, because of the fact that, well, I don't want to have to deal with that. And it's going to be a while. Okay, hermetic seal, that's carbon. Go. Multi-tool, hermetic seal, microprocessor, damage wiring. Yeah, let's get that done. Alright. Yeah, I've gotten enough of these opened up now. I'm pretty happy with that. The other ones here, you know, if we find the stuff for them, we'll work on it. But it's no longer a, oh, if I don't get this done, I'm going to be worried about it type thing. This one I might. There's carbon and one wiring. I might disassemble this one just because 2% mining speed is. I still wiring with carbon now. Not great. It's been permanently damaged by prolonged exposure to water. Before its destruction in the water, this module was once a powerful upgrade to my mining. Yeah, I don't see any way to fix that I can think of. So I think this one I might be better off just dismantling. You know, for now I'll just leave it. I don't really need the items, and I don't really need the space, so I'll leave it. Because it's still doing 2% for now, and maybe I'll find something I can do to repair it. I don't know. Oh, hey, our damage potential went up. Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't recall. Wasn't our damage potential much lower than that before? So maybe repairing these things does help. Or maybe it's because I equipped this, and the bolt caster actually improved something, and I don't know. Oh, so many things I'm uncertain of, and probably will never get an answer to, for sure. That on my personal phone, like more of those anyway. Very dust I should keep on me. Silicate powder. Mud. Oxygen I should keep on me. That is on me. There we go. Alright. Well, we'll be all ready to keep exploring next time. Yeah. So, for now, our main goal will be continuing with our base missions with Awakenings, just because this will open up a lot more stuff. Eventually, we get way more base building stuff going on. We get other NPCs that get moved into our base to provide specific services. Yeah, so that's going to be our main goal, is following that quest line for now, while we build up our supplies and get more capabilities on everything we can do. And while we're down here, we'll hopefully also get some new Corvette pieces and everything that will eventually help us to be able to make an actual Corvette ship for kicks and giggles and all that. I know that we have not, like, there are a lot more missions and second, like, how to explain it? There are more primary missions we haven't gotten unlocked yet, and there are so many secondary missions. And probably way more than I even remember or know about. Yeah, this is gonna be good. That's it for today, though. Hit like and subscribe to keep up with the releases if you haven't done so already. Comments below what you guys think about the game. Have you guys played it? Favorite things about it? Least favorite things? And yeah. Good night, everyone. Bye. Yeah, definitely bedtime.